So this water, what you can see over here, called whey. And whey is very, very healthy. First of all, we can give it back to the animals because they really like to drink the whey. And second of all, we can use it for our beautiness. because there is a lot of proteins and minerals. Only 10% from all our milk we will use to make the cheese. This 10% you can see over here, these white tiny cubes will be our cheese. But for now it's just the curds. So we transfer curds in this special mold and bring it under the pressing machine for about 2 hours. After that, we dry our cheese, put it in the last room on a wooden shelf to make them age. And after 4 weeks, finally, we will get such a soft, creamy, delicious gouda. But the longer we wait, the more flavor our cheese will get. Such as this one, which is the 3-year-old cheese. Not only the flavor will change, also the structure. So the 3-year-old cheese will be not soft and creamy, but it will be really, really hard. So pasteurized means that we will heat it up the milk already till 75 degrees. And we use the rest is this one, but from the plant-based. This would make the cheese vegetarian. Also, we can add a lot of different flavors to our cheese. We can add herbs and garlic, chili, truffle, ginger, chili, and many, many more. That's why they have different colors.
Ja, dat leuk.
Okay, welcome everybody. Good to have you here in the museum. My name is Olga. Olga for you is better. I'm going to show you how we make our famous cookie, Stroopwafel. Yeah? Mrs. Woltje, she had her own bakery here in Volendam, making bread and chocolate and selling that to the local people. So the fishermen, the families, and they all had big families. Mrs. Woltje herself married to a fisherman, 9 children, so they had to work really hard. And the sad part is that the husband died during his work as a fisherman, so Mrs. Woltje had to work double so hard. Around that time, she heard about a baker in Gouda. So we say Gouda, you know it as Gouda or Gouda. And that baker was making a special cookie. So the baker, at the end of the day, he had all leftovers from everything that he baked that day. And in Holland, we never throw away food, right, Cecilia?
No.
What are you doing over there? So all the leftovers, he put it together like little balls of dough. And of course, no electricity. He had an oven. Wil je even zachtjes, ja? Als je kijkt, if you look, you can see it's not sticking on the, yeah? Okay, perfect. You can put it all the way here.
This is a big one.
Okay. He had a waffle, loved his waffle, but in Gouda he knew that there was a brand new stroop factory. We call it stroop, but you know it as caramel or syrup. And Mrs. Woltje heard about that idea, she heard about the baker and the waffle, and she was thinking, wait a minute, that is the cookie I want to make in my bakery, and I'm going to make it a famous cookie. Well, she did. but she didn't want to make it with the leftovers, but with her own dough.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you can feel that it's separate.
Yes.
Yeah? So now you have two halves, right? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah. Okay,
I saw the
now
cheese
you're
and I'm
gonna-
making a waffle.
yeah. So now with one hand you waffle, you put it like this. So it's a, I always say it's not a taco, it's a waffle. So keep it like this.
Wow.
Yay! You made a stroopwafel. You can put it over there, and if you can cut it in a few pieces for me, yeah, perfect.
Please, please. Huh? This is speculaas. Excuse me.
Speculaas.
Ja hoor. So welcome into the wooden shoe factory of Marken. My name is Tigo. I'm your wooden shoe maker today, and today I'm gonna explain you how we make these beautiful shoes here. As you can see above you. And we're gonna do it in the old traditional way with these two machines at the right of me. This is the poplar wood. And why do we use the poplar wood? Because it is a really fast growing tree and also absorbs the water really well. So now we go over to that machine over there. Everybody look at the machine, it's really amazing. So as you can see, it powers everything here. This is a German steam engine from 1913. And we are really proud of this machine because we're the only wooden shoe factory in the whole world who still use steam engines to make wooden shoes. So now I go over to these two machines. I'm going to start using these two machines to make the shoe out of. They are both from France from 1906, so they're even older than that machine over there. This one is for the outside and this one is for the inside of the shoe. And first of all, I'm going to begin with this machine, the outside machine, and I'm going to explain you a little bit how it works. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to secure this piece of wood between these two pins. It needs to be a little bit in the center because otherwise the inside or the outside won't turn out really good. So now we're going to start with the outside. Wow! Thank you, thank you. Alright, as you can see, this was a lot of hard work. So now we go over to the inside machine. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Yes, good job. Finally you should say something. Alright, as you can see, the inside is finished. But the outside isn't finished yet because I have these 2 edges. So I'm gonna cut them off right now. So as you can see, I've cut the edges off. And the shoe looks finished, but it isn't finished yet because it's still wet. So we need to dry it out for 2 weeks. After those 2 weeks, you can sand it, you can paint it, you can do whatever you would like to do with the shoe. So why did we use these shoes back in the days? Because leather, where we used to make the shoe out of and still do, was really expensive. And we didn't have a whole lot of money, so we chose for a cheap option. So we chose for the wood, of course. It's also one of the first protective shoes in the whole world, because if a sheep or a cow comes by and they stand on your shoe, just like I'm going to show you what happens then. Just imagine it's the feet of the animal. Alright, there we go. 3, 2, 1. So as you can see, nothing will happen with your feet or with your shoe.
Children, I have here the children, and you go in the front. Let the children go in the front, please. Laat de kinderen naar voren.
I'm sticking in four.